and gentlemen, please stand and remove your hats for the national anthem of the United States. Tonight's national anthem is performed by Brooke Perez. Brooke is the president of the National Honor Society and a graduating senior at Northside High School in Fort Worth, Texas. She is a multi-award winning vocalist in choir and jazz band. Brooke has been following the Vaqueras since day one and is proud to be part of Vaqueras Day One tonight. She will be attending TCU in the fall for vocal performance and statistical sciences. Brooke Perez with our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets Hamlet's bursting in. He proved through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the Let's go, SouthStar!
We want to thank one of our dream team members, Genesis Rangel, for being the first to score a goal for our dream team, Vaqueras team. Congratulations, Genesis.
Bienvenidos la familia de Vaqueras. It's soccer time in Cowtown.
Bienvenidos, and let's go, Vaqueros!
That's right. Let's go, Vaqueros. Vaqueras. Excuse me. I'm not going to be the first time I do that tonight. This is Matt Quinn along with John Carney. And tonight, a historic night here for soccer in Fort Worth. We're at W.O. Barnes Stadium. As the usual, many of you who watch our Vaqueros broadcast with the men, we've got now the ladies. The women are out playing in the WPSL in their inaugural match. The Vaqueros, the Vaqueras in blue on the left side of your screen. And the opponent tonight, SouthStar FC from Denton. This is their 6th year. They're not new to anything really. But they're wearing white with the black shorts and the black socks. And that ball goes out. Here is the blue-shirted Vaqueras with Coca-Cola and white across the front and all blue kits. Really sharp kits for them as they travel east and out of the west side of the end zone. That's number 20, Rylan Burkhart, Number 9 there for the Vaqueras in the front. Number 9, Luana Torres. And the goalkeeper, Aubrey Brown from SMU, playing tonight for the SouthStar FC. Now, we call this a historic night, John, because this is the first women's game, an organized a sport of any kind, where the players are wearing Fort Worth across the front of their jersey. We've had 9 franchises throughout Fort Worth City history, going back to 1888 with the Fort Worth Panthers, and later became the Cats, and many other hockey teams and baseball teams, including 2 football teams, the Fort Worth Braves and Fort Worth Cavalry. But we've never had something like this, John.
I really can't add anything. You can't put an adjective in front of the word historic, really, when it comes to something like this. Like I said, I don't have much to add. I think you feel the same. I'm incredibly proud to be a part of it.
Yeah, both of us growing up in Fort Worth, we're very proud of Fort Worth sports. We've been to a lot of them, a lot of the Cats games and the Texans and the Brahmas and all those other things.
The Fire.
The Fire, yes, all those other things. But this is the first time any of us have seen anything to do with Fort Worth off the front of their kits. And quickly, SouthStar with an attack. Their number 4, Lexi Gonzalez, here with an opportunity. Of course, you're watching us on YouTube, and we're broadcasting all over the world. You can see this instant replay on your screen. This great throw-in, a decent throw-in into the penalty area. And then number 4 had an opportunity there, her of Angelo State. Now, many of these players, interestingly enough, John, play in Division 1 or 2 in women's soccer. And we'll get to those the information about both squads in just a minute, but this is fairly high-level soccer here in the WPSL, the Women's Premier Soccer League. And there's an opportunity there for them, and they score 3 minutes into the match. A missed defensive play, and that's a score there for SouthStar FC. They get the season rolling with a goal.
Goal for SouthStar FC by number 5, Lauren Omholt, in the 4th minute.
It's Lauren Omholt, and number 5, a Mexican under-23 national team player. He's been at Baylor, was at Purdue for a while, following her family. He was a major time at Purdue University in Indiana. 1-0, just like that. That's Caroline Staubach for 14 for the White. She loses the ball and plays this back out to number 5, Omholt.
Matt, this is there's a fine line between. Let me just tell you this. So I talked to AC Eric before the game, and I said, "Well, what do you think? Are emotions going to be involved?" And he said, "I really don't know, but what I do know is that they've been together. They know each other. We're just now getting to know each other's names and style of play. So he did tell me, he's like, this might be a little difficult, but in the end, we're going to put on a good show. We're going to put our best effort forward. Will emotion take over? Who knows? You know, the Houston Texans, when they played the Dallas Cowboys in their franchise opening match, who would have thought they would have won? I mean, and we can even talk about, and not to talk too much about American football, but, you know, we all, well, let's go back to baseball. How bad were the Texas Rangers in 1972?
Pretty bad.
And then we can go forward, and then we can talk hockey
Right.
in the Las Vegas Knights. Didn't they win something very, very quickly?
They won a Stanley Cup. They went to the Stanley Cup final in their first year.
And even the Carolina Panthers and the Jacksonville Jaguars, year 2 of their existence, both went to the AFC and NFC championship games. So who really knows?
Yeah, that's true. And one thing that is prevalent, we found, we went to the practice, the training sessions that the Vaqueras had earlier this week, and head coach Sergio Bernal and assistant coach Eric Alonso both talked about the spirit of these young ladies. They've been playing for about 2 months together, and they all are together. They feel like there's not one person that's better than the other. They all want to pull for each other. And that shows in their training, and has also showed up immediately after the first goal. They like put their heads down and said, all right, put the ball down, let's go.
And let's talk about soccer for a bit. It's such an emotional game. You tend to run out of wind, if you know what I mean, early when things are this emotional. The goal of the ladies tonight is to slow things down. Don't count goals, count passes. How many touches can we put together? Let's use time, space, width, and just hold possession, because when you do that, good things tend to happen. And that's what they've done immediately after that first early goal.
Right. They've done that, coming out in what appears to be a 4-4-2, at least that semblance of it. Both teams appear to be playing fairly basic formations. A 4-3-3 appearance for SouthStar FC. Now, the WPSL is interesting that they are only 6 teams within their division, and they play in the central division or central region of the NPSL. There are 36 teams in that group, and here's a chance for Lauren Omholt. She's come up in great defense there by Fort Worth to take that away. That's Mitzi Gedeka, the local product here from Castleberry. Her sister also plays on the Vaquera side.
That is a great win. Wonderful recognition. The touch got away from the SouthStar attacker, and, you know, you got to take advantage. As a defender, it's a fine line. You got to either wait or goal. It's almost like a goalkeeper, you know. The attackers want to put the ball in the spot where the goalkeeper has to make a decision, and Mitzi did well on that defending.
It's Caitlin Jones here with the throw-in, her from Weatherford High School. Trying to get it to Gedeka. One of the players that Coach Alonso believes has really improved since the beginning of the training, and is out there now rewarded with an opportunity, her and Juana Torres from UT Tyler Division II squad.
It appears that Ashley and Annabelle, number 2 and number 18, are playing a flat 4. No, I don't believe that to be true. No, I'm wrong.
I have to get some confirmation.
No, that's okay. No,
That's all right.
no, that's on me.
No, you're good.
Ashley's
You're
playing.
good.
Ashley's
You're good.
playing the right marking back.
Right.
Look, it doesn't matter. Number 18, we got to keep an eye on her. She has to run the show. She probably shouldn't have a mark all night long.
Playing center field.
Yes,
Yeah.
she is, and she'll have to keep things organized in the back for the girls.
John speaking about Annabella Westbrook, her from UT Tyler, just finished her eligibility as a Patriot and will graduate in December. Good. Congratulations to her. We move the ball around to Madison Brooks. That pass intercepted. And an opportunity here for number 18, Lola Foley, her of UT fame. And then that pass errant and picked up by the Vaqueras.
And that's okay. Clear the ball, catch your breath. Now, what's interesting, Matt, is after that first goal, 3 minutes in, the Vaqueras have held 100% of possession.
Yeah, they have.
There's a turnover in the back, but in the end, that back 4 is going to be the key.
There's an opportunity for the blue shirts. Rylan Burkhardt inside and kicked out. Number 20, the junior from Decatur High School. Yes, that's right. One of the youngest players probably in the entire league. But nonetheless accomplished playing GA soccer and one of the higher level leagues that you can play at her level.
And great defending by Nia Mitchell there on the other end.
Pick up there by Umholt. Probably the center of their offense, I would imagine. From Baylor playing the center. They bring it back, all the way back to Aubrey Brown. Out to 17, Chloe Adams. Back out to Brown, a long punt. This picked up by the other 17, Emma Best, her from Midlothian. One of the best players in high school a couple of years ago. She's down at Lubbock Christian. Playing defense as well, playing the 2 there. A nice header and played back, and an opportunity here for the blue shirts. That's number 9, Lana Torres, is looking for someone to pass to, and she finds number 10, Sarnecki. All the way across over to Ashley Dozier, who's got some room to run but decides to play it in. If that ball didn't get off the foot of Chloe Adams, there were 2 blue shirts waiting for her. Waiting for it. This ball in the air, but the referee says no foul. We're going to play on. A 2-on-4 and an opportunity here for SouthStar. Picking that up is Umholt. Along the left side. And she's got an opportunity and a shot and a goal for Umholt. Off of that right foot and bang in the back of the net in the 12th minute.
Laura Umholt, number 5, with the score for SouthStar.
I think this is very simple. This is just an attacker who puts her head down, can sense the goal, and does what she does best. Let's take a look, Matt.
She just happened to run by number 18, Westbrook.
It's interesting that she was able to do all that with her right foot coming from the left side.
Right, coming from the left side on Westbrook's, on Westbrook's side as well. So that 2-0 here. That was a late rush for them. They didn't have numbers, but it didn't matter. Umholt with a brace already, 12 minutes into the match, and here's a chance for Karina Chavez, number 5. Back out to 14. Staubach. Tough touch there by the captain.
Tough touch, get
11.
back. Yep.
Mitzi Gerika.
Get back, defend, find your mark.
Her sister, Leslie Gerika, both played at Charvis Christian, right outside of Tyler. They're both Castleberry products. There's Umholt again, but that ball skitters off her left knee, and a goal kick here for the blue shirts. Here's the goalkeeper, Avery Wilson. Punt inside. We got to win those if we're going to have any chance of having possessions. And here's a chance here for Luana Torres. An errant pass to Zarnecki, and an opportunity here picked up quickly by Umholt. And the pass to a waiting Staubach, but she's offside.
Number 14's offside, so it's going to be a free kick for the Vaqueras.
I think up here we're going to have to put like a penny in a jar for every time we do that. We might have $1 at the end of the night.
We need more. Put more than a penny. So, our PA announcer Andrew Decker is having the same issue. We are. It's not an issue,
It's
but
okay.
we're used to saying Vaqueros, and there's
Vaqueros, the only up until this point, the
right.
only professional team in the city of Fort Worth that's currently operating in 12 years, has a game tonight against the Arkansas Wolves on the road. Wish them all the luck they can get. There's an opportunity here. And a letdown, and number 18 picks it up, Foley. And a save, the first one for Avery Wilson tonight.
it's difficult. It's like I said, there's so much emotion going on. It's difficult to defend. Your vision is right there. You collect, you look up, and you just cannot turn that ball over in your own third. And the Vaqueras got away with one right there.
Zomholt using her speed to get around that side again, but trying to find her teammates and cannot. The Vaqueras are able to push the ball out and forward.
There we go. Slow the ball down.
That was all ball, but that wasn't. And number 9, Luana Torres, with the first foul in the game here for a free kick for SouthStar.
Matt, we call that a frustration foul. It happens.
I would say that, yeah.
Local independent school district and the home stadium for your Fort Worth Vaqueras.
This game being played at W.O. Barnes Stadium, home of the Castleberry Lions, was constructed in 1958. That ball is sadly over to the right for them. 1958, one of the oldest running stadiums in Tarrant County, but one of the cool things about it is it doesn't have a track. And you don't see that much anymore. Very, very good for soccer. A lot like an English Premier League stadium that you'd see like in the middle of a neighborhood. One of the things that makes this so quaint for soccer.
You're absolutely right. We're looking across the street and we can see houses over there. And you're absolutely. I love the fact about the no track. Here we go.
And there's a chance here for the Vaqueras. And number 9 picks it up. Torres with a shot. 2 of them on her. Can she get around number 17, Adams? No, Adams kicks the ball out, and a throw-in ensuing for the Vaqueras.
Chloe Adams was just bigger, faster, and stronger at that point, and that's what you need to be a great defender. Yeah, Matt, the track's behind us on another pitch, or not a pitch, a field. Yep.
Another field here. This crossover to Rylan Burkhart. And she's looking for Ashley Dozier with a shot inside and an opportunity, but picked up quickly by Aubrey Brown, making a save there. Interestingly, wearing a yellow bib.
I didn't want to say it. You said it first.
But
That's
I have
fine.
to. I have to say it. Interesting, but nonetheless. Probably because her shirt is probably her shirt's a little too close to the royal blue of the Vaqueras jersey. There's an opportunity for Staubach. She runs in alone off her left side, and that left shot, it doesn't yield anything but a goal kick for the Vaqueras.
Matt, we're going to look at this last chance for the Vaqueras.
You can see there's an opportunity for Rylan Burkhart as she passes the ball into number 2, Dozier. And it was a great ball by Dozier. It was spinning, and with the goalkeeper looking into the sun, not being able to see what's going on. And there's a goal by number 18, Lola Foley. The 18th minute, Lola Foley with the 3rd goal for SouthStar FC.
It goes back to what we were talking about earlier. You just cannot give the ball away in the back like that.
One of the interesting things about this as opposed to the men's side, is that there are virtually wholesale substitutions, similar to, say, when youth are playing. So mass number of substitutions for both teams occurred here. 4 players coming on for the Vaqueras and 2 for SouthStar FC.
I'm just happy that you're the play-by-play guy, and I can just take cues from you.
Okay, so Rylan Burkhart, I know, went out because I watched her, but it looks like the players in the middle and the front. We'll catch all their names up here as we go along.
And we are going to make mistakes, so we do apologize.
We are. We're going to make some mistakes. We're going to do the best we can. By the way, John, this is watched all over the world. It's no big deal.
Right, yeah. Dozens and dozens of people are out there.
Dozens of people, right, right.
League of Their Own, 1994.
We'll go with that. Sure, that's good. That's good.
Let's go, ladies. Oh, no, I'm not going to. Yeah. Tom Hanks is brilliant. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Yep.
Right.
Look at this ball.
It's a great ball that played out to number 15, Caitlin Jones, who leaves it for number 19, Mariah Lewis. She plays it inside, but number 10, Mia Zarnecki, able to The ball out, and a shot but errant, and a goal kick for SouthStar and Aubrey Brown. You can see the Fort Worth side also working out their other goalkeeper. That looks like Annika Medellin down on the pitch. Her of Midwestern State, a 5'8" goalkeeper.
That seems okay. So you mentioned the FIFA laws of the game difference between the men and the women. One is unlimited substitution, correct?
Yes, I think that in the college game, you can have unlimited substitution. Unlike, say, where most of these young women, play ECNL, where you can't do that, have unlimited.
Well,
not like the way the men play in our league, the Vaqueros.
Right. Well, you mentioned the Vaqueras goalkeeper warming up. I mean, how does that work? Is that like a hockey kind of a thing where? Well, because goalkeepers are a different animal.
Sure.
They're all footballers. I get it, but
sure. It appears.
Is there a psyche situation there that you could be dealing with?
There might be. It looks like, though, there is a wholesale change again occurring. 5 players getting ready to come in for SouthStar. This is kind of interesting to watch. And as well, it looks like there probably will be an insertion of a new goalkeeper for Fort Worth. Let's say as play starts again. And the white shirts, this ball right to Umhold. She fields it, the left-hand side. A nice move, but a great save there by number 19, Mariah Lewis, to kick it out and get the second corner kick for SouthStar.
And look, the Vaqueras defense should figure it out because, in no offense to Umhold, she's had 2 wonderful goals, but she's always going back to that right foot, even though she's playing on that left side.
All right, it looks like after this, whatever happens, the next out ball, which, of course, you can only sub, it appears only sub on your own throw-in. The referee's discretion to do that. And so this ball played up, and it will be out, and a Vaqueros throw-in. We'll see if the referee has, it looks like they are going to let them sub at any throw-in, which they probably should at this level.
All 5 of them took a step on the pitch, and the 4th official was like, nope. Wait.
Wait for everyone to come off.
We have a lot of paperwork to do as well.
Right. Which every one of these matches, they record that. The 4th official has to record all of this information, the ins and outs that go on. And so several players, virtually the entire bench for SouthStar, which they only have 18, so it doesn't look like they've had a second reserve goalie. So there are 7 bench players, all field players. Whereas it looks like Fort Worth also has the same thing. You can only roster up to 18. And many of those players have already played in today's match, except for the goalkeeper coming in. Looks like Annika Medellin, also from South Grand Prairie. Let's see. Before we're trying to dig that ball out with Mariah Lewis. It comes out to number 27, Sam Cortez, now inserted into the game for the first time. Back out to Lewis. That ball hits her in the foot. An opportunity here for SouthStar. Laid up for 16, Peyton Dice, who's also come into the game. That out to 4, Gonzalez. Over to Dice. Fort Worth really trying to struggle to get an opportunity to get this ball back. Great defense there by number 13, Brooklyn Westfall, her of Arlington Heights, a senior. Out to walk next week. Exciting for her.
Speaking of Brooklyn Perez with the national anthem.
Right, man.
So good.
Yeah, going to TCU, her the North Side Steer, graduating as well this week. Congratulations to all those who have graduated this year in 2025 in high school and in college.
Yeah, you've made the traffic unbearable for me. I'm kidding.
It's at Castleberry High School. This is where we were playing in the grounds of the Castleberry Lions, W.O. Barnes Stadium. They graduated yesterday. I'm a 4A school with their boys program getting all the way to the state final. I'll tell you what, soccer has become really big here at Castleberry. Well played out.
Here's the problem that I see the Vaqueras getting into. We've all been in games where our defense just can't get any relief. You've got to settle in transition, move forward as a team, attack as a team, use the width of the field. This ball coming in, they have touches, and then you try to clear, and it immediately goes back to our player in white, and then we start all over again. This is going to be exhausting if this doesn't change.
Yeah, that's right.
And here we go again. Another clearance, and here we go again.
They've got to be able to possess and move.
Here we go again. This is all I'm talking about. You've got these midfielders have to come back, check back. Even the strikers, if there's two of them, they have to come back and help their defenders.
They reverse the ball back out. That's number 13, Hallie Hartman, her of SMU.
That was a brilliant touch.
And 16, Dice. A nice play to number 27, Sam Cortez. And she runs along the goal line, but is offside. You don't see that very often.
Didn't see that.
You don't see that very often, all the way as deep as it was, but maybe that was a pull by Westfall.
And don't get me started on these assistant referees waiting forever to pull the flag on offsides.
I got to be there, man. I got it's right.
Oh, did he?
Right. Emma Best out there doing her best to try to pull. The blue shirts here with a long one. And picked up by number 4, Gonzalez, as she finds Dice. Unabated, number 6, Weddington.
That is brilliant.
An opportunity here, and
what
a
a
great
save.
And a kick out there. That shot taken by Adams. This one by 27, and out of bounds it goes. Cortez with a shot. Her at Colorado State and now at Tarleton.
Matt, we're going to look at this. The team in white did everything correctly, and this is just amazing goalkeeping by Avery Wilson. Look at this. 1, 2.
1, 2.
1, back. Look at that ball right there.
This ball passed in, and a great left hand of Avery Wilson keeps it under 3, and we've got what appears to be a hydration break, John.
In our old man league, we call it a water break.
Yes,
still. They got orange slices down there?
I don't think so.
Oh, bummer. I'm playing over 50, and we still bring orange slices.
I still think they bring in like Snickers bars or something.
We got to text. We got to text somebody and go, hey, who's bringing orange slices?
You know, the referees may need a break as well. That's a good segue into our weather report I know everyone's been waiting for. So we usually start this at the beginning of our matches.
And by the way, I'm going to keep the clock running. I don't want to pause anything. And Andrew's doing the same thing with the on the field clock. Right. Just be aware, we're probably going to go past 45 a little bit.
Sure. Weather report is sponsored by the Chat Room on the corner of Magnolia and South Lake in Fort Worth. Not your parents' South Lake, it's South Lake. And the usual, just a free kick away on Magnolia. Easily Fort Worth's 8th and 9th best bars, or 7th and 8th, whichever way you want to play it. Temperature at game time is 89 degrees, and the wind was 14 degrees in the south. So it's blowing across the field, not giving an advantage really to anyone, and gusting up to 19, which I think is a little, I don't know, but that's what my weather app says. It seemed like it was a little stronger than that. The humidity is 71%, and the sun sets here not too long from now at 8:27, or 10 minutes after the second half to begin. One thing we noticed is that I think for the first time I've seen a Fort Worth team on the other side of the sun. Usually our men's side, it seems like, are always looking into the sun. But
Andrew, our PA announcer, went, what's going on? And we all panicked and looked at him. He's like, well, are we doing this? We're not going against the sun?
What's going on with that?
He just scared me because he's so composed, and all of a sudden he's like, what's going on here?
For checking here,
get through.
An opportunity for number 15. A chance there for Caitlin Jones, but quickly snapped up by the SouthStar squad.
Caitlin Jones is fast.
Yep. Number 11, Quinn Cornog, looking for a foul. Her from A&M, now going to TCU. This ball played around to the back to Aubrey Brown. And forward here along the left side, almost unabated, but that ball looked like it was out of bounds, and it was. Referee sees it. That ball for Sam Cortez has been very active in just the few minutes that she's been playing It's Mariah Lewis with the throw in.
I do like the old school. I mean, look, there's something about branding, like the brilliant font of Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Love seeing that on the jerseys of the Vaqueras.
It's the font that was used by the accountant of Coca-Cola. He, not that, but his signature and what he used to sign all the paperwork with was in cursive, which started that back in 1886.
Did you look this up, or is this just knowledge that you have in the back of your brain?
It's incredible. Coca-Cola, of course, on the front of their away jerseys, they wear yellow and Coca-Cola in blue, and the referee didn't see that high kick because he was shielded by 4 players. But nonetheless, that ball comes out. It's going to be out.
I'll tell you this, Matt. I'm getting a yellow Vaqueros Coca-Cola with the red. It's just so.
Oh, my apologies. You're right. It's red. That's right.
The font's red.
The font is red. All Coca-Cola out. It's very sharp. I was kind of hoping they would wear that tonight, but but good for us up here. I can tell you in the booth, or 50-year-old eyes be able to see these white numbers on the blue shirt backgrounds. Perfect. Referee sees a foul here called on the Vaqueras.
I wouldn't disagree with him.
It'll be a free kick for SouthStar.
It's Quinn Cornog.
I hope our numbers match our names, but this Misty Gedeka.
Yeah.
She's wearing the captain's armband. Look, let's watch her for a bit. She seems to be all over the midfield. Fast feet,
Right.
a bunch of 1-2. Her vision appears to be all over the place, which is really good in football.
Yes, Mitzi, center mid from Jarvis Christian, a Bulldog. Out there in Hawkins, Texas, not too far away from Tyler. Her sister also plays in the squad, and the interesting thing is her parents didn't have to come very far because they live in the neighborhood. Both the kids went to Castleberry, but were not part of their almost championship team a couple years ago. The first time they've ever played on the same team as this one, and at Jarvis Christian, which they were roommates. There's an opportunity here for SouthStar to add to it, but great defense by Westbrook as she brings the ball up. It pushed away, and this is a 3-on-5. Let's see how this materializes. Maybe just a simple drop, but SouthStar controlling. That's number 4, Gonzalez, who's been in the entire match. They play it back out to 16, Dice. And she's going to take one. But picked up quickly by Caitlin Jones, and the Vaqueras got in the way, John.
She sure did. And then there's nothing funny about it. It's just, I mean, Peyton Dice, she just squared up and was going to rip that ball, and all of a sudden here comes Caitlin in the way.
Caitlin, yeah. So the goalie did not come in. So Wilson has been playing the entire match, 34 minutes into it. That ball to number 5, Chavez, with a yellow headband.
Oh, nice.
A nice heel pass. And look
very
for
good there, too.
Mariah Lewis
Turn around.
from Brookhaven College. National championship 2 years ago. And here's an opportunity here for Gedeka. The right-hand side.
Early service, far post. Early service, far
Finds
post.
it. Oh, it played around and away by Adams.
Matt, we're starting to see things on the offensive end, yes?
Yes, it's good to see.
See if we can sneak in this replay here. I was almost too late on it. All the cool stuff happened before.
All the good balls, but a second corner kick here ensuing for the Vaqueras.
And I apologize. I'm doing double duty. I almost said a weird double duty.
Double duty.
So if I miss something, just tell me.
Ball played in, and an opportunity there. That's off the foot, and another corner kick. This one stopped by Brown, who left, or maybe it was one of the defenders there, number 9, Maya Mitchell. Both. There's also another set of sisters on the other side at SouthStar FC. They're twins, Maya, number 9, and Naya, number 15. That ball a chance, but could not hold on. Mitzi Gedeko with an opportunity inside the 6.
That'll be a goal kick for SouthStar.
I look pretty smart. I said, keep an eye on number 11.
Those corner kicks were brought to you by Aaron.
From all of 5'3".
Goal kick is brought to you by the chat room.
You can see this ball come in, the service come in, and an opportunity played up by Chavez to her to Gedeka, and unfortunately she could not finish. Still looking for that first goal in Fort Worth Vaqueras history. And that ball, unfortunately, a little too fast for Lewis. A throw in here for SouthStar. They're going to use the entire field. This ball played up to Cortez. And quickly, number 2, Meg Welsh into the match. 27 Cortez all the way across as they attack. Wide open there, number 7, Adams. And this ball dropped to number 11, Cornog. Her at the D, but blocked by number 10, Zarnecki. 16 Dice with an opportunity. Played in.
Oh, my.
And offside call, but that ball was gone over
What
the head.
incredible vision.
Number 6 is called
Over the head of Maya Mitchell.
free kick for your Vaqueras.
So it was 3-0, 18 minutes into the match, and now we've doubled that time, and we've had no goals. That's one way to look at this. 18 minutes without a score. Fort Worth decides to substitute. Number 2, Ashley Dozier, coming back, but I think they played the goal kick a little too quickly so that Brooklyn Westfall could come off. And here's Westfall with the ball now, number 13.
Look at this overlap. Brilliant.
A great overlap by Lewis.
Turn, carry,
She
nice.
finds Chavez. Little jersey pulling.
A lot of it.
Lewis working on number 16, Dice, who plays the ball inside. And here's an opportunity here. Fort Worth can cash in, but no. Goalkeeper using her feet, interestingly enough.
Let's see if we can get this. Let's hope I don't screw it up because this was pretty cool.
This ball played in by Lewis.
Oh, Lewis works so hard here, too.
Substitutions by Arch and Vessel.
My apologies. That ball was played up by Brooks and not the goalkeeper. Nonetheless, an opportunity for Fort Worth to not their first one. Their first one coming out of the game for SouthStar, number 12, Addison Christian. This ball played in. Oh, and a steal here.
Take your time. Oh.
And the referee is
Flags
called
up.
offside.
Flags up. Yep. Sorry to talk over you, Matt.
That's all right. It's all right.
I'm a fan, too, man.
I know, man. We're all fans. Not just blowing hot air in the summer, man. We're all fans, right? Aubrey Brown. 3 games at SMU this past season. Getting an opportunity there, and an attack ensuing for SouthStar. It is 3-0. You can see up in the upper left-hand bug, that's what they call that, a CG bug up on the left-hand corner of the screen.
You're welcome.
And we're 38 now into the 39th minute of the match. The first 3 goals in the match scored by SouthStar, of course. Umhold with 4th in the 12th minute, and the 18th minute, Lola Foley from UT with the 3rd score. But since then, we haven't had anything. But here's an opportunity for them. Can Fort Worth get this ball out? And there's a chance, and referee has his hand up and says, nope, a free kick here for Fort Worth.
So, so our little, what I call the Vaqueras, in the Vaqueros hype video that we played before the stream.
Right.
So there's, we threw in a picture of Caitlin Jones, number 15 for the Vaqueros, and she's got this bandage on her forehead. She's still got the bandage on her forehead. I don't know when this happened, how it happened, but it just looks so cool and tough.
Yeah. And unfortunately, she just came out of the game.
Oh, did she? Oh,
right. Yeah,
man.
just perfectly for you. Yeah.
There she is,
Good
over that,
segue.
right over that left eye.
This ball played long. The head coach, Sergio Bernal, we haven't talked much about him, but I'm sure you Mexican League fans around, and we'll get to that here in just a second, an opportunity for SouthStar. They bring the ball along the goal line. They play the ball in
that's
and they
just
score.
Unlucky.
Which looks like number 13, Hallie Hartman. No. 16? 6, my apologies. Shantai Weddington.
That goal attributed to number 6, Shanty Weddington for SouthStar.
We're going to look at this again.
In the 40th minute, Weddington.
You're just dead in the water if you allow that outside striker, midfielder, whatever, get to that. Oops, I got to go back to this. Sorry. Because, I mean, in any game, whether men's, women's, whatever, if you can get to the goal line and you have the ability to look up and have the vision to pick out a player, and they're all rushing to the top of the D, they're all rushing to the penalty spot, it's just, you can't defend it.
You can't defend it, that's right. It's very tough to defend. Shantai Weddington, her of Arizona, and many of you Mansfield Timberview fans, I'm sure, remember her, the player of the year in that high school district a couple of years ago. She terrorized Burleson High School, I can tell you that. So that's how I remember her.
And we wouldn't even know how you would know that. Here we go. Take your time.
Incredible. That ball right to the waiting arms of Aubrey Brown. In that time, we had a goalkeeper change, and Medellin went in for Wilson, Annika Medellin from Midwestern State, and she's going to come out a very active goalie. And amazingly enough,
got a goal kick
it
out of it.
turns into a goal kick.
No way.
That ball played off of Claire Jacobson.
For the Vaqueras.
And
I was wrong.
no, maybe not. It sure did look like it. It may have played off of the leg of Claire Jacobson, but the referee does not agree with my view of that. She's much closer than I am, thankfully. 42 minutes into the match, it's 4-0 SouthStar FC with the lead. Them out of Denton. Play their home games at the University of North Texas facility. And another corner, this one on the opposite side, and will be taken by number 23, Rachel Roebuck, a North Texas player, to say the least. She's one of the best players that North Texas had the last couple seasons.
Barbershop, your local neighborhood barbershop for your Fort Worth Vaqueras.
Ball inside, picked up quickly, and the goalkeeper, Medellin, falls on it. Maybe a little bit too quickly. Into pressure. Fort Worth moves the ball around. That's number 9, Torres. Her with the pink shoes. Picks up and looking for Ryland, but could not. Maybe another opportunity for Ryland. This with number 5, Chavez, with the yellow headband. Cornog. Back out to Weddington. Scored the 4th goal. To 23, Roebuck. Into 7, Adams. She works along the left side. That's an opportunity they've had the entire night. It seems like that left side has been open for them. Thankfully, that ball was kicked out. And a goal kick here for number 12, Medellin.
That shot by Amanda Adams was it fooled us all. I mean, you'd think she's aiming for upper right, upper 90, and that thing comes so far left.
Yeah. She's going to have to work on that slice she has, I can tell you that.
Oh.
But anyway, back to live
that's
action.
almost one of those where the goalkeeper's going the wrong direction, and it's like, where did this come from?
Right. And, of course, many of you, if you didn't know, the sightlines here at W.O. Barnes, interestingly enough, great for the fans, but for the players, only 4 feet of availability to throw the ball in on that far side. So not much. You can't see any upside-down throw-ins or anything like that, any calisthenics, my coach would say. Just throw the ball in. You don't see any of that stuff go on over there usually. Just so little space. This ball played up to 16 dice.
It is interesting. The touch lines are so close, but, I mean, never any incidents. Have we seen any in all the games we've done here?
I haven't seen any slide tackles or anything that, they'd fly into that.
No,
No,
yeah,
you
yeah. You're
wouldn't see
just
that kind of crazy thing.
if something like that happens, you should be sent off immediately. You're just a bad person.
So here comes Nia Mitchell back out to Weddington. And she drops it for 23 Roebuck.
It's a good ball. Even
back
better.
out a 1-2 to Roebuck. Across all the way to 7, Adams. And she looks for it right at number 12, Medellin, the goalkeeper. We're almost at regulation time at 45 minutes.
I'm gonna give you a name. Let's. I am really enjoying watching number 9 Torres play for the Vaqueras. She has a lot of spunk and a lot of vision, and is incredibly composed. And when you say spunk and composure, and that's something, 2 words that are never used with a soccer player normally. You're normally one or the other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no kidding. One or the other. But she's been able to use both of those to her advantage tonight. 2 minutes in extra time awarded by the 4th official. He held up 2 fingers. So I'm hoping that's 2. Sometimes you never know with these guys, but at least 2 minutes. Medellin's going to take her own time. She understands how this works. She's played a little high school soccer, I think, too. He's going to draw this out. Cornog picks it up for SouthStar. Picked up as well by the blue shirts. That's number 9, Torres. It's stolen by 16,
And
Dice.
the Carney jinx just happened. Yep.
Dice here at the top of the deep and save. Well, look at that. 2 hands out. That's the way you're supposed to do it. Medellin with a save.
I think not as dangerous as we initially thought, but still a brilliant save. We'll take a look at that here in a second. Let's do that now. Yeah, I spoke of Torres, and I was just here. This is me. That's the Carney jinx I was telling you about, as I just spoke so highly of her. And this shot, and not a bad idea from 25 yards out, but
Yeah, her of Texas Tech, a freshman. Played 16 games, had a goal with them in last year in 24. Remember, a lot of these ladies have not played a competitive game, really, maybe some in the spring, but they get going in early August, late July, so that's when they'll report. So this might be for some of these women, some of these players, it might be their first competitive in a while.
right. And back what I said about assistant coach Eric told me before the game, he's like, I'm just concerned that they know each other better than we do. Where the chemistry is going to be better. So anyway, yep.
Yeah, and so 4-0 the first half. All the scoring by SouthStar in the 4th minute. Lauren Umhold scored left side, and as well on the left side again in the 12th minute. Umhold with a brace quickly. Then in the 18th minute, Lola Foley, their 3rd goal, and then Shantai Weddington in the 40th minute capped off the scoring in this first half. 4-0 in favor of SouthStar FC. So, by the way, you buy one, get one free here in this soccer league. So come back for the second half. And regardless of the score, come back for the second half. And just like
Hey, if the bad guys can score 4 in the first, the good guys can score 4 in the second.
why not? Why not? So we'll be back here in just a few minutes. Stay tuned. This is Fort Worth Vaqueras Soccer here on YouTube. And welcome back, everyone, to the second half of our WPSL match between the Fort Worth Vaqueras, the initial one, the first one of all. You only get one of those, right? And SouthStar FC. My name is Matt Quinn, along with John Carney. And tonight broadcasting from W.O. Barnes Stadium on the grounds of Castleberry High School, right outside the city of Fort Worth, not too far away from it. Actually, if you kick the ball really hard, you land the ball in Fort Worth, pretty close. But 4-0 in the first half, all SouthStar FC with the scoring. And blue shirts, the Fort Worth Vaqueras, the blue shirts with the white numerals and the blue shorts, the blue socks. And SouthStar FC out of Denton. They're in white with the black numbers, the black shorts, and the black socks. And they're switched halves. And here's an opportunity here for SouthStar as they move the ball up. Free substitutions pretty much, so it's a little interesting in the first half for the second half to see what would transpire from that. That ball, it looks like it is a goal kick, the referee has called it. Free substitutions, John, a little bit different, but we're not really sure if what squad's been out there, so we'll do the best we can to try to get
Matt,
those players
you're doing
across.
great, man.
Yeah.
You're too focused on this free substitution thing.
No, it's good. It's just a little different than what we normally broadcast with the Vaqueros.
I'm kidding with you. No, I think the Vaqueros, look, in the end, they look, you look at the scores like 4-0, whatever. A lot of good things happen. I'm not telling anyone a secret when you got to tighten it down in the back a little bit. That's going to be a foul. You need to get back and recover. But we saw some positive things on the offensive end.
Right?
You've got to, and I know I said this in the first half, and I hate to repeat myself, but when you clear, you got to clear. We've all been in that game where you're playing a defender anywhere, a marking back, back of the diamond, front of the diamond, and you just can't clear the ball, and everything you do clear goes right back to the opponent. And your goal here is not to foul.
Especially when that ball in the penalty area, you don't make it any worse than it is. Well defended by Fort Worth. This throw-in will be taken by number 15, Caitlin Jones, who was a stalwart in that first half. Unfortunately, it goes right to SouthStar FC. Nice pass inside. They bring into the 18th. And picked up well, defended well by 17, Emma Best. Kick that ball out. A throw-in ensuing for SouthStar.
That was interesting. That was Almold, right? Yeah,
Right.
with the first two goals with a brace tonight. She that strike just looked like she kind of whiffed on the ball, which was weird. Maybe the turf monster got her.
Able to spin the ball into the right-hand corner of the goal. That second one was really pretty. And a nice heel pass here, an opportunity played out by Fort Worth. A corner kick, the first one, and the sixth one here for SouthStar. First one in the second half.
Hey, Andrew, how many Johnny Williams songs you got in that playlist? Because I've heard 2 already in the last 5 minutes. Little Star Wars, little Jaws. You get Close Encounters in there. We're.
Gonna be interesting.
Look out!
Look at that, and a goal for SouthStar. And number 11, Quinn Cornog. That makes it 5-0 SouthStar. Nice header across for her in the 49th minute.
We can look at this all day long, but the thing is, set pieces will kill you. If you can connect on set pieces, and a corner kick is a set piece.
See, she just kind of gets away.
She absolutely does, yeah. And this is what we say, as a defender, just find your mark and don't leave them. Don't let them run away from you.
So true. So, 5-0 now here for SouthStar FC. This ball playing up to Luana Torres. Nice move inside with her left foot. Taking on 3 defenders and a shot, and just off the mark, the inside of Aubrey Brown. Aubrey Brown had that well defended.
Goal kick for SouthStar.
That left post. A promising sign with 3 players on here. We'll see the replay.
Might have been too late. No, I caught it right. Look at the composure.
Look at that, and just over the arms of Brown. a high press that looks like being employed here for Fort Worth, but not taken care of as Nia Mitchell plays that ball straight up to number 14, Caroline Staubach. Nice move inside by the Baylor product. And just over the goal into the uprights.
I'm going to show you this last opportunity.
Goal kick, Vaqueras.
I have to remove my glasses to do this. Look at Torres here. I mean, and again, spunk and composure. You don't see this often, but she put her head down and ripped it. And what I love about this is after, look at her. She's clapping her hands, going, hey, it's not that bad, guys. We're this close to being.
Right, right. With her left foot at that, you know, along the right side. All the composure trying to be deft enough to get around one player, then take on 2 or 3. So, yeah, nice composure there by Torres. Play the ball through the back. That's 23, Rachel Roebuck from North Texas. North Texas Eagle. Back out to Brown.
Raiders of the Lost Ark would be nice to hear.
Would
E.T.
Would it? Yes. Yes. The WPSL has been around for 27 years. In the first year that Fort Worth has been involved in it, 140 clubs total. A lot of clubs here as Staubach has an opportunity.
Great.
Thwarted out by number 5, Chavez. Plays the ball up to number 4, Sherka Virtue. Another pass. Back out, excuse me, that's out to Chavez here with the yellow headband. Move the ball around. Number 17, Best. Brings the ball up, her from Midlothian.
I'm incredibly impressed with the touch of these ladies. I mean, these balls are smoking in there, and it's just like it's nothing. It's just a quick touch. It's everything that we talk about in soccer. What do? You collect, you look up, and you distribute. And these balls are coming in hard, and they're just collecting, looking up, and distributing. It's really, really good soccer.
Right. That ball a little too hard for Sherka Virtue. They'll play the ball back around. Again, that WPSL information. They play in the Central Region in the Lone Star Conference. Here's an opportunity for number 20, Rylan Burkhart. She stands at the top of the D. And she gets the waiting pass, looking to do something with 4 players on her. Back out to Chavez, to Burkhart, but thwarted out by SouthStar. Or not. Burkhart chasing. That's probably what they talked about at halftime, is really doing a back check.
I think, Matt, I think that sequence of events for the Vaqueras up there, right at the D, I think that gets better as the season goes on. Meaning that is everything you do in training.
So that ball was to Luana Torres and taken away from her, a throw in here. As long as I keep talking about the Central Region and the teams, I guess we have an opportunity. This is good. So 140 teams in the league, 6 of them in the Lone Star Conference. 2 of them you're seeing tonight, the other ones. And there's a shot there just over the goal. See, I keep talking about it. We keep getting opportunities.
Why not take that?
Austin Rise FC and Futbolera Select from the San Antonio area. Both of those teams were in the playoffs last season. Along with SouthStar and the Corinthians FC of San Antonio and FC Dallas, which we'll see in our next broadcast on June 5th. 6 teams. And last year, 2 of them made the playoffs. Only 16 teams make the playoffs.
And 2 in this conference, huh?
2 in this conference, yep. So, let's see, well defended by Fort Worth. An opportunity there. Defended by Best. He comes up from her backside position. Her from Lubbock Christian. And that ball out by the referee and a throw in. Burkhart's not going to take that. 19. Mariah Lewis will. That ball played out, and the referee, I think he's calling a corner kick here.
He's not
really
pointing
signaling
anywhere.
well. Yeah, it wouldn't be good in traffic right now for all those graduations, I can tell you that.
You know, it's funny sometimes as a referee, Matt, we've been in that position. You just kind of keep your hands down and let the teams decide, and
Yeah.
nobody complains, then nobody
kidding.
complains.
Right, no kidding. Mariah Lewis, it looks like a throw-in here. So
Oh, what a big one, too.
good. And off the head of number 4, Virtue, and that ball goes over the crossbar.
Well, I'll tell you this. If you can do that consistently, we talked about corner kicks being set pieces. If you've got someone who can throw the ball in to the 6-yard box, I mean, that's a game changer.
No kidding, especially on that side of the field where we
What?
told you 4 yards on one side. There's only about 6 or 7 on the other.
Look at this, Matt. Look how far she throws this thing in before I get back to regular play. Look at this.
Look at this throw. I mean, that is at least 30 feet. Excuse me, 30 yards. My apologies. At least 30 yards up to the center post. An opportunity for SouthStar.
There we
Played the
go.
ball
Easy.
forward, but very well picked
easy.
up by Best. Picks that up. Wide open. Number 9, Maya Mitchell. That ball played out by Emma Best, her from, again, Midlothian and Lubbock Christian. They're starting mid-defender.
Matt, it's still all about time and space, and I know it feels like desperation.
Look at that
Wow.
ball. A nice play by Caroline Staubach. Nice cross by her, makes it 6-0. We'll pick up the player here in just a second.
That goal for SouthStar by number 5, Lauren Omholt.
Lauren Omholt with her 3rd goal of the game. Using her right foot, you see right there, a hat trick for Omholt in the 57th minute. It makes it 6-0, SouthStar FC.
1-0, 6-0, 0-0. The game does not change. It's still soccer. Be composed. I know it feels like desperation, and you feel like you have to get forward. And again, I'm going to say this all season if they continue to allow us to do this.
Yep.
Don't panic. Don't feel like you have to rush anything. It's simple soccer. Collect, look up, distribute. At this point, you're not counting goals, you're counting passes. See how you can be better. It's going to be a long season.
The 2 Baylor products, Staubach and Omholt, their connect for the 6th marker for SouthStar FC. 58 minutes remaining, or excuse me, been played. Wow.
Johnny Williams. People always ask me, like, can you call him Johnny Williams? We're obviously talking about the composer, John Williams.
Right.
And I tell everybody, I've known John Williams a long time. I think I can call him
you
Johnny.
Johnny. I don't think he'd mind either. The ball played into the goalkeeper for the Vaqueros, number 12, Medellin, who stayed out there after replacing Avery Wilson. This is Rylan Burkhart, number 20, with the ball across, but not picked up well by Chavez. And SouthStar resets. They knock the ball around. One thing we have not talked about are the coaches for Fort Worth, the Vaqueras, which is interesting that Sergio Bernal, with many of you, again, Mexican League fans for a long time, fans of sport, of course, for the Pumas. He was a longtime goalkeeper for them, almost 20 years for them. And
That flag
ball
should come
may have
up.
been offside.
Yep.
And it was off of that rebound here. Staubach called offside.
Staubach is offside.
Never heard that before.
That Staubach name, I don't know many people will name that.
So Bernal is a,
Mr. Puma.
Mr. Puma. So 20 years for them. Also played in the Mexican national team, but never did get into a match. 3 matches he dressed for the team, and
Not a cap, huh?
not a cap. Unfortunately, he had some injuries that set him back, but nonetheless, he was quite a goalkeeper. The 4 league titles with Pumas, and a champion of CONCACAF and Sud-America. Very well-decorated goalkeeper. Is the head coach of this squad. And Eric Alonso, the assistant, has 27 years of coaching experience at various levels, most notably lately at Irving MacArthur High School as the girls coach there. So his practice is very interesting, very upbeat. Both coaches that we observed on Wednesday really trying to get his team into shape.
Rip it.
And there's an opportunity here for the blue shirts. This one over the head, and this,
What a save!
Mitzi Gedekai there with all the Wheaties in the world in her right foot, but saved by Aubrey Brown. My. It kind of helps if you're 6 foot tall, however, in Aubrey Brown's frame. But nonetheless, a great save. You will see this on the replay.
She comes off her line, gets herself in a bit of a pickle. It's easily recognized. And just well done getting back.
35 yards out, sees that into both of her hands. Great save by Brown.
You know, athletes be athletes, man.
Right, that's right. Her from SMU. Ball played back. Roebuck, and they played back to her. She works that center defensive mid. Her from John Hedlund, the coach at North Texas. Just celebrated his 400th win this past season. And the former assistant coach of the men's squad and took over that women's squad ever since its inception in 1995. It's movie tune night here, by the way. You can hear in the background.
And there's E.T., all right. No, is that, yeah, right?
Is Superman not far behind here?
Oh.
I sort of imagine so. People have caught on, that's right. That's ball played to Rylan Burkhart. Looks to the inside, she finds Chavez. Chavez looks to find Lewis, back out to Burkhart. An opportunity, but that one just, the turf monster got a hold of that. However, Fort Worth with a throw-in. Mariah Lewis with a throw-in. Oh, what a throw-in that is. Oh, kind of interesting here for the referee not really tracking. But I guess you'd say the defender wasn't playing the ball, but may have made up for it here. Did everything but load the saddle on the horse. A free kicker for Fort Worth.
We talked about the danger of set pieces. It doesn't define you as a team, but if you're good at it, it helps. Again, where have we been working on in training? You know what I mean? Have the Vaqueras been around long enough in close quarters with each other long enough to understand what's going on? The goal here is to put the ball in a place where the goalkeeper has to make a decision. Does she stay on her line or does she come off of her line?
That's right. Rylan Burkhart, number 20, and Mariah Lewis to confuse the defense to who's going to take it. So the referee waiting for them, and Rylan steps over the ball. Lewis with a shot inside, and that ball goes right quickly to Brown. A good save.
Not a bad idea, but it's hard to get a good amount of pace from that distance.
Sure looked like Mitzi Gedekai was trying to get inside to make that interesting, or Torres, excuse me, number 9. Here comes the high press employed by Fort Worth, has kind of helped them out early. But SouthStar is able to break that. This is Mitchell.
Watch 14 running up top.
It's 14. Staubach running right through the middle, and a shot and a goal. That's not being called by the referee. The referee is moving forward, so that is a goal. It looks like number 9, Mitchell. We'll have to make sure we get that.
I believe
it might be Shantae Weddington.
I thought it was Mitchell.
Number 6. Or number 9. Mitchell was the goal scorer here in the 65th minute.
You know, if we have her name right, and we apologize if we don't, but she, you know, she was defending well early in the first half.
Goal for SouthStar in the 65th minute.
Looked like number 9 scored that. And she's getting all the handshakes.
And I apologize to the goal scorer. I wasn't on time in hitting the button to get the replay going. It's very complicated up here in the booth. Well,
Yeah.
for me,
Yeah,
not for most. I'm an idiot.
Yeah. You're doing all right, John.
Thanks.
You're doing all right. It's just hard to see over in that corner with these numbers. I believe that was Mitchell. She was receiving all the accolades. It's 7-0 nonetheless. It was a goal that got past number 12, Medellin, the Fort Worth goalkeeper. The 5th different player to score tonight in the 65th minute. Regardless of what the score is tonight, this is making Fort Worth sports history. We have to keep that focus at least. I mean, the score, it is whatever it's going to be, but this is the first match ever, or first sporting event ever, played by a Fort Worth team across their kits, across their jerseys, representing Fort Worth in a semi-pro or higher league. So focus on that, everyone. I hope we do. We mentioned earlier, going back to 1888, the Fort Worth Panthers, later known as the Fort Worth Cats, started playing baseball not too far away from here at various places, and then ended up at LaGrave Field.
That's a foul, sir.
And it should have been a foul, but the referee decided to go on. Many other sports, all 9 franchises throughout Fort Worth's sports history. And until we hit 1 million people here in Fort Worth, we have one that graced by women.
Coincidental?
Maybe not. Fort Worth now ranked 11th, but only 1,000 behind Jacksonville, Florida, which I think they may have caught them by now. Is that all of that?
When did the numbers come out?
Right,
3 days ago? We caught them.
The number came out. The number was official sometime in 2024. And here's our hydration break, John.
No, Matt, you just can't speak enough about the significance of this. I mean, again, I said it early on the broadcast. I'm super proud. I'm a bit part in this whole thing, but I know the 4 of us working, Andrew, Mark, Matt, and myself. I mean, we're just incredibly proud to be a part of this thing. I'm now that I'm thinking about it, shocked. What took so long?
Right. So Fort Worth currently 11th officially, likely 10th. Only a little over 1,000 citizens behind, and likely. And guess who's 9th, by the way? Dallas. We're gaining on you. Dallas is 1.3 million people, and so Fort Worth incredibly past Austin, and it's looking up. A lot of things happening here in Fort Worth, especially with our park and recreation system and things throughout the city to add more parks. The mayor has made that a priority, Mayor Matty Parker, and nothing but good things to see, especially sports and all sports here in Fort Worth in the coming years.
My property taxes remained the exact number as last year. I'm kidding.
I think so. We appreciate you for that, John. So, Fort Worth with some changes. They're, again, both squads featuring 18 players dressed tonight. And 7 of them. Here it looks like there's some substitutions for both sides.
Oh, I couldn't. We're having fun here in the booth. Sorry, Andrew's playing more. John Williams.
And picked up a throw in here for SouthStar.
This is what we talked about earlier, and that's what you need. When you defend, when you clear, it cannot go right back to the opponent. And that's a trap you tend to get into quite often. There, they got out of it, and look at it. Now, you're 15, 20 seconds later. You've got a little momentum. You're moving forward. You're attacking as a team, just like you defend as a team.
right? And there's an opportunity there.
Goal kick for SouthStar.
70 minutes now in the books. 20 remaining in this match. 7-0 lead for SouthStar FC, them out of Denton. They play their matches at the University of North Texas facility.
Matt, you and I are both North Texas graduates. When was the last time you were in Denton?
Yesterday.
Really?
Yesterday, my daughter graduated 2 weeks ago.
Oh, from North Texas as well,
Texas,
right? I
right,
knew
right.
that.
Yeah,
I'm an idiot.
Legacy student. Yeah. Looking for a job in kinesiology. So if any of our tens of thousands of listeners are interested, please let her know.
What does that word mean? The study of muscles and how they work and stuff?
How they work and all that, yes. Yes. And that ball offside, the referee called it.
There's two dead giveaways. One, you can look at the assistant referee and the flag is up. And then normally, because offsides are indirect free kicks, the referee will have his arm up like he does now.
Right.
And for those who don't know, there are two different free kicks. Direct, which means it can go directly into the goal without having to touch another player. And indirect means it has to touch another player. I used to play goalie in over 40 and over 50, and there were indirect kicks that I would just let go right in the goal, and my teammates would freak out.
Yep.
Not understanding why did you just let the ball go right in the goal. I'm like, well, it's an indirect kick. And I recognized it. Here we go. Oh, brilliant.
A nice heel pass.
Even better.
Back to her. There's an opportunity, but no, but wait a second. A little too strong there by number 7, Jacobson. This came into the game. Well done. Well set up there by Burkhart to try to use her 1-2.
A lot of good stuff going on here. And again, I think this all gets better with almost said something I shouldn't have. Training, more training. As the girls are going to get to know each other a little bit more.
Yeah, it will.
And the word I was going to say was proper, and that is incredibly incorrect. It was just kind of flowing.
So it happened. Now the ball all the way back to the goalkeeper, Brown. Very active in her tonight.
Jeez.
Penalty, right? That's one heck of a punt. Forward plays the ball back.
I like this. It's okay to start over. And look, the goalkeeper gets the ball, and you can see the marking backs. They both go wide. They go as far wide as they can to both touch lines.
My apologies. That was Medellin with the goal kick, or excuse me, the punt here for Fort Worth. Moving the ball around. There's Best. And that ball a little too strong for Mariah Lewis. So this still attacking here is SouthStar. That's 16 dice.
There we go.
And pushing off there, Chavez has had enough of this. Quickly picked up by Virtue. High school player at Keller Central. Now up the field is Hallie Hartman from SMU. Then Dice along the right-hand side. The ball probably a little too strong for number 7, Adams. Amanda Adams from Houston. Played 16 games this past season.
Oh, this weather's if she's from Houston, this weather's perfect.
Right, perfect, because we've had some high humidity here tonight, and the wind has died down now that the moon is out. The sun is down. Usually that's the way it works this time of year. Fort Worth, interesting, trying to use the left side most of this second half, and just not been able to get much through that. That's by Weddington. The pass over, quickly picked up by Best. They've seen a lot of each other in District 8-5A in past years with Midlothian and Timberview playing each other.
I know we're in the 75th minute, but there are things that I'm seeing. And look, there are 22 players out there that are in so much better shape than I am. But when you get tired, you tend to just kind of clear. And again, you have to be patient. Soccer. Everything that you work on in training, you're going to do on the pitch on game day. And what you're starting to see is the players get tired, especially in the defensive end. Because, I mean, look, it's 7-0, and you've been chasing most of the game. Let's see here. Oh, that is
an opportunity in 15. Nia Mitchell, they're getting ahead of that. Turns it into a corner. That could have been way worse.
If she makes contact, that's a PK for the Vaqueras.
One thing I'd say about the Vaqueras, no matter what the score is here, they're not slowing down.
No, you see, and you continue to see creative things, which I love.
Right. They don't care what the score is. They're out here to play soccer, and they're not interested in any of that. They're just over the head of Guerrica. Back out to Dozier. She plays the ball up. This could be interesting. If it bounces around, there's an opportunity. Oh, kicked out by Mitchell. And Fort Worth will keep it and play it quickly to Chavez.
That's unfortunate. I think you take your time. Again, a corner kick is a set piece. I mean, let's think about set pieces, especially in that area. Look at that.
And that a steal there by Chavez, but right into the waiting arms of Brown, who's had those big hands up most of the match. Another save for her. Fort Worth with a high press. Rylan Burkhart looking to do something, but quickly played back out in the defense. 23 Roebuck, who's played that position for North Texas for a couple of years, understands that one. At back six.
And unlucky.
Unlucky's right, and that ball goes quickly right through the feet. And number 7, Adams, had a chance to get the 8th goal, but could not get there.
There is so much going on here. Let's take another look at this. Might have started too early. We're okay.
No, we've got it. And so here's the opportunity with it's past the goalie, but a little too quick for Adams. 23 Roebuck again. Good footwork by her. Gets out of the jam and
what
good
a ball.
pass. Well defended by Fort Worth. That's one other thing that happens. Usually a lot of these players start to try to score goals in these situations with the team that's on the other side, but they're both playing. The Vaqueras are playing great defense as well, even in the later stages of the second half. There's an opportunity for Rylan Burkhart. Quickly picking that up is Brown and kicks the ball into Fort Worth. Whoa, that was out of the stadium. 12 minutes to play. I hope we've got another ball.
Some kid's going to find a brand new soccer ball in his backyard tomorrow.
So, yeah. And I say, the kids around here, Castleberry, most of the kids live in Fort Worth and not in River Oaks in this ISD. And they've asked for new parks, new soccer fields, new everything. The soccer is really growing here, as mentioned before. They're in 4A and probably will not grow, I imagine. And so their boys and their girls soccer teams, their programs are really doing well. On this side, of course, you've got Northside ISD on the other side of them that are also doing well as Diamond Hill in the playoffs. So
you know what, here's what's really cool about. Did you ever think in our lifetime, and we're in our 50s, we'll be honest with you. Did you ever think, because, I mean, I got to be honest with you, I played soccer as a child. You know, my father played American football and basketball and baseball and even tennis and look out.
There's an opportunity here for Fort Worth. A steal by Sierra Virtue, but could not capitalize. That high press, again, working for them. That might be something they take into their next match. And a foul of the referee. What were you saying, John?
Well, it's just amazing to me that every high school, every city, soccer's a thing now. And I know it's kind of dumb to say, you know, well, dude, you're in your 50s, whatever. But we didn't have this, you know. I mean, you know, the Mexico '86 World Cup is when I was really became interested, you know, because we were just playing as children, you know, 6v6 or whatever. And then in 1990 for the Italian World Cup, that's when we got the games in English on TNT.
Right.
And then obviously in '94 coming to the United States, you know, there were big time people. Remember they had to renovate the Cotton Bowl?
Yes, the Mega Wire.
And I remember Roger Staubach and Tom Landry in the news being a big part of that, going, we want, you know, on the world stage, we want Dallas to be on the world stage. And these are the two greatest, you know, Dallas Cowboys in the history of ever, arguably.
Yep. And so what you're seeing is a byproduct of all those men's sides that you're talking about. The women have taken advantage, thankfully.
And dude, let's not forget about the 99ers, you know.
Right.
There is not a better sports story ever than the women in 1999 World Cup. You know, the Rose Bowl against China, it was just, oh.
And the penalty kick shootout.
Yes,
Randy
Chastain, look
at
out.
that. One-timer picked up quickly on the goal line. Another opportunity for SouthStar. Push the ball up, and that ball, thankfully, goes out of bounds for the blue shirts. This may be, yeah, it looks like he is calling that. And a goal kick. We've got 9 minutes remaining in regulation play with the score 7-0.
Matt,
SouthStar FC.
you holding in there, man? You've done a lot of games.
And we've got a lot of games to do.
Yeah.
We are broadcasting all of the home games for the Vaqueras as well as the Vaqueros. And our next, it seems like we have several matches coming up here for both squads. So stay tuned, local soccer fans, and all those around the world watching us on YouTube.
You know, Burkhart's kind of made her presence felt here in the second half more than we saw previously. It's good news.
And Chloe Adams coming into the game, number 17 for number 4, Alexi Gonzalez, or formerly of all of a sudden Sparta FC, by the way. Used to see her around Burleson some. 2 substitutions here for them, none for Fort Worth recently. Dice throwing the ball in.
I have totally lost my mouse.
Meg Welsh with the ball on the right-hand side. And to number 7, a shot, a high-arching shot that's going to somehow be a I guess it is a goal kick by number 7, Adams. Looked kind of interesting. The wind has died down from the original 16 miles an hour we talked about at the beginning of the game. It's hardly evident here, but it's still coming out of the south. Not benefiting either one of the teams. Fort Worth able to do something here, but it's a 3-on-6. Got to get their numbers up to make it interesting. And the pink shoes of number 9, Torres. A pass out to Burkhardt.
Torres better watch. She better watch out. She's quickly becoming my favorite player.
Yep. Mariah Lewis for Brookhaven. Won a national championship in 22 with that squad. Junior college national championship. Chavez here with the ball. 2 players on her. Fancy footwork. We do like the yellow headband, however. Lewis looking inside, maybe trying to play something back. That ball quickly played out by 11, Quinn Cornog. Transferred to TCU her last season. Was at A&M for a little while. Her from Hebron High School. Lewis.
You know, early in the broadcast, we talked about the nerves and, you know, a new franchise. And what, you know, we talked about how the Rangers were bad in 1972. And then the Vegas whoever's did well. What are they called? Golden Knights?
Golden Knights.
Easy ball here.
Goalie
Look
coming up
out.
from Medellin, and we're going to have what looks like a penalty.
So, new law in FIFA, am I right or wrong on this, Matt? There's probably going to be a yellow card, or maybe he doesn't even care, the referee, at this point. But that's not a send-offable thing. It's either a PK or send-off, right?
It likely he has not booked the goalkeeper yet, and looks like Weddington is going to take this free or take the penalty.
And that's just unlucky. But I do want to get back to my point. You know what didn't happen here is with all those other teams we talked about, the Carolina Panthers,
Here's the free, yep, and up and
Oh!
off the crossbar. And the crossbar has been the goalie's best friend today, I can tell you that.
Don't
Chavez
foul.
here
Don't
working
foul. Don't
from
foul.
behind. Interesting.
So
probably
we talked about the
frustration.
Carolina Panthers, talked about Jacksonville Jaguars, how quickly these teams became something. Well, what they had that the Vaqueros didn't was an expansion draft.
No kidding.
You remember, you have to, say, hey, all right, we're going to let these players be involved in the expansion draft. I think they did it in baseball too with
Right.
who was the last two, the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Florida Marlins.
They allowed 4 players for each squad, 4 major league players to do that. And in fact, hockey was very interesting in that they allowed 5 players from the dispersal draft to go to that really helped the Vegas Golden Knights get all the way to the Stanley Cup final. I mean, there were a lot of good players.
So
went there.
And look, I know I don't play for the team, but I'm going to say that a lot. I'm apologizing now for the rest of the season. But the Vaqueros, they have to start from scratch.
Yeah.
I'm like, where do you even go? Are they local? Is somebody coming off injury and wasn't playing? Are they graduating from college?
One thing interesting, and there's the first yellow card of the match being issued to Karina Chavez in the 87th minute. But one thing, when we talked to Coach Aaron Magoo, of SouthStar, about how their team has been around for 6 seasons, and how many returning players do you have? She said virtually all of them.
It's a game changer.
And we'll probably see that as well with FC Dallas, because those girls or those women have played for FC Dallas and throughout their club hierarchy, and they continue to come back after college. So they played, again, you're right, John. I think familiarity breeds not contempt here, but that's a good thing for these squads. That yellow card going to Chavez, it seemed like almost that was a matter of time, because Chavez has been around the ball. And that was really probably a frustration thing, but she's playing as well as the other 10 on the field.
I will take Chavez aggressiveness all day long. If you're going to be that aggressive, which I love, and you get booked next match and you got to miss a match, that's fine with me.
Yep.
You show your teammates that you're ready to party, man.
Chavez coming out of the game in favor of number 10, Mia Zinarki.
Substitution for the Vaqueras.
Zignarsi, excuse me. A good idea for her to come out, but yeah, she's getting some high fives from her players. The bench for taking one there. Yeah, you want to be aggressive, and you want to see that as a coach. Especially in a game like this.
Look at this, Matt.
They're starting to move the ball well.
Look at this.
Brown able to pick that one up.
You tighten the screws in the back, and I think we have a different game.
Yeah.
That's okay, though.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's the first in franchise history, and
That's right.
it has to be emotionally draining just because of the significance,
Yeah. When we asked the players about what they felt the significance of this match, they're very excited, 1, to play on this squad, but 2, they seem to realize, even at their young age, you realize how important their role in this is, that they were all very excited to make sports history in Fort Worth, not let alone soccer history.
And some of them are teenagers. They don't
Yeah.
they don't need that kind of pressure.
Yeah, that's true. Well defended, and an opportunity here for SouthStar. That's number 2, Meg Welsh.
She's off.
And she's off. The referee has the flag up. And like every good offensive player, she wonders.
Amanda, let us tell you, we're up here. We had line on it. You were offside.
But I got in front of them.
Oh, where are we at? She took a selfie in the booth.
We got to do
Is that what you
something.
call it?
Why not?
Selfie?
We're in the 90th minute. 90th minute. Last minute of regulation here in the second half is 7-0 SouthStar FC. They play their games at North Texas and their game next week as well. A lot of these stadiums, especially FC Dallas, plays at Dr. Pink Stadium right on the grounds of Toyota, it's the Toyota Center. And I started to look at all of these where they are playing. This is the most intimate and great facility probably of all of them.
I love it here. I
Yep.
really do.
Yep. Austin Rise plays at an older park called House Park. The high schools play at Austin ISD. Nice stadium as well. Football out of Select out of Houston. They play at Fort Bend, the Fort Bend Independent School District. And the Corinthians FC of San Antonio, they play at UTSA, University of Texas at San Antonio. But this one, you're right on top of the action. It's great for the announcers, too. The action's right in front of you. So, again, unlike a lot of stadiums being built these days with tracks and other things and whatever, this stadium, a lot like an English football stadium in a weird way.
It's multi-purpose, but
Right.
it has that intimate feel, yeah.
Referee indicated what looks like 3 minutes. Well, we'll see. I wouldn't announce that necessarily. I thought I saw 3 fingers go up. Yeah, you got to be 100% sure, man. Check your sources. You got to be twice, all right? That's what they teach in broadcast journalism. Okay, so determined to bat the ball around. And Fort Worth, not a shrinking violet here in this second half. Regardless of the score, they continue to press their opponent, and both offensively and defensively. Something that I hope Coach Bernal and the assistant as well, Alonzo, will take to the bank and prepare for their next match.
There's a lot of good things to take away from this.
Free kick here. Ball going to goalkeeper, Medellin.
Medellin should be easy for her as it was. Look out.
A little too quickly as well. SouthStar isn't letting up either.
No, that's what I was going to say. Don't give up another one here. Come on. Get back, defend. Mind your mark.
Adams to Cornog. She's going to play the ball around back to her right back. Mitchell. It's the ball inside playing through her sister. Matter of fact, back over, to Shantai Weddington. And to bat the ball around, and that is the match.
And that's the match, Vaqueras family. Thank you for
3 goals in the second half to go along with 4 goals in the first half. A 7-0 win for SouthStar FC.
We want to thank all of our fans,
So,
especially the kids from the Vaqueros Youth Club and other local clubs for coming
you can see
out
the
tonight to
players
support your Fort Worth Vaqueras.
all shaking hands.
Like us on social media and visit
Good
our
sportsmanship
website,
held by all. A
www.fortworthvaqueras.com.
recap of the scoring earlier in the game in the 4th minute.
2025 schedule.
In the 4th minute,
Remind you that the next
Lauren Omholt
game at home
with a goal.
is on Thursday,
And also in the 12th minute,
FC
she had a
Dallas.
brace pretty early in this one. And number 18,
Play here
or excuse me, yes, number 18 in the 18th minute, Lola Foley, the 3rd goal, and Shantai Weddington in the 40th minute set the scoring up for the first half. And in the second half, in the 49th minute, just 4 minutes into the second half, Quinn Cornog with her first. Completing her hat trick was Lauren Omholt in the 56th minute, and a beautiful pass by Caroline Staubach. Then the 65th minute, Nia Mitchell scored the last one. So 7-0 in this, and all you can take is the positives and move forward with this one. At least it's only 1 in the L column and not any more than that. Your thoughts, John?
My thoughts are the fact that it's soccer, and this was incredibly fun, no matter how you look at it. I mean, you know, the historic aspect of it is absolutely incredible. But in the end, it's soccer. Men, women, us over 50, children. It's the beautiful game, and to have a professional women's franchise in Fort Worth is just, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. It's absolutely amazing. No need to really get into the tactical or technical issues of or let's say it, you lost 7-0 of what happened today, but it's going to get better. You know, I think it's absolutely going to get better.
No kidding, it should. The next match for SouthStar FC is Sunday, June 1st in Denton. at the North Texas Soccer Stadium, where they take on the Austin Rise FC at 7 p.m. The next Vaqueras game is at Austin Rise, as a matter of fact, down in House Park in the Austin ISD. Next Friday, May 30th at 7 o'clock. If you want to make your way down there, I'm sure there's good seats available. Our next Vaqueras home match is Thursday, June 5th. Next Thursday, June 5th, when they take on FC Dallas here at W.O. Barnes at 7 p.m. So thanks to Lenny Lasher of Castleberry ISD, Juan Silva and his Castleberry athletic staff helping with our clock, as well as Andrew Decker on PA. And also special thanks to Vaqueras GM Anthony Harris and SouthStar owner John Sager for producing production value for tonight's match.
And our cameraman.
Oh, we're getting there.
Oh, sorry,
we're
Matt.
getting there. Don't worry.
I'm ready for a beer, bro.
I hear you, man. So for our cameraman, Mark Foster earning his 8th cap. You get caps for this and the other game, too.
Oh,
so 8th cap for him. So for our producer and analyst and technical director and jack of all trades, also our spotter, John Carney. I mean, man, he has 10 fingers. I don't know how he's able to not use the other 6, so it was incredible what he did tonight. This is Matt Quinn. The final score again tonight, SouthStar FC 7, Fort Worth Vaqueras 0. Thanks for watching Fort Worth Vaqueras soccer all around the world on YouTube, and stay classy, Cowtown.